They found this amazing world inside Grand Theft Auto and made this whole film on their PlayStations in their bedroom. My name is Rebecca Wolff. I'm a producer. I have recently produced Grand Theft Hamlet, which is a feature documentary, and The Severed Son, which is a folk horror feature. A lot of people are unaware of what a producer does, or they think they're the money person, the kind of stereotypical kind of yacht and a cigar. A producer is not like that at all, especially a creative producer like myself. So you're there from the very start of a project to the bitter end. It's development, it's production, and then it's festival life, it's distribution. You are director, writer's biggest collaborator from the start. You're also managing a team of people. You're the kind of checks and balances person. You're then kind of finding the sales for the film and the distribution for the film. So you're wearing a number of different hats throughout the life of a film, from creative to managerial to organisational to problem solving. So it's a very nuanced role, and it's one where you kind of have to adapt to the situation and adapt to the people that you're working with. Some of the most important skills as a producer are people skills. So being able to work with people and adapt yourself to other people's kind of personalities. Creativity, creative thinking, being curious about the world and how you want to tell stories, and being able to kind of see a project creatively. And then being a problem solver as well. So as a producer, you'll find many problems come up in your career, from how to fund a film, to how to work with the people that you're working with, to how to get that film out into the world. So you're constantly thinking on your feet and trying to kind of work out different ways to make things happen. I think the best thing you can do when you're sort of starting out is to get any experience you possibly can in the industry and just learn as much as you can. And don't feel afraid to ask to go onto shoots or to go and shadow people. It's an industry kind of built on people who are being bold and making bold steps with things. So making stuff whenever you can, even if it's, just on your mobile phone. It will also teach you about the different roles within the films, because you'll naturally kind of become a producer or a director or a writer. So I think it's just about doing and feeling kind of confident that you can get there. If I could give any advice to young people, I think it would be watching as many films as you can. That's a really great learning experience. I think also reading scripts and reading books about filmmaking are really key. One of the books that I really love is a book called What I Really Want to Do Is Produce, and that is 5 producers giving their tales of how they got into producing and the trials and tribulations of their film work. So I'd really recommend What I Want to Do Is Produce as a book to read. There's a great quote from Roger Ebert that film is an empathy machine, and I really do believe that film is how we teach people about each other's stories. And so I feel there's no better medium in which to kind of give people an empathy for another person's experience in life than film. If you look at Grand Theft Hamlet, which I produced, that was 2 directors who, in the pandemic, had no work and were struggling for a way to kind of make a story happen. And they found this amazing world inside Grand Theft Auto and made this whole film on their PlayStations in their bedroom. So I think that really shows that there is a kind of route to storytelling from your home